So apparently you guys want to hear the story of how I lived in an apartment with over 100 scorpions. And I need to clarify something. I'm not even joking. I genuinely saw over 100 scorpions in that apartment in Abuja, by the way. I also need to give you a backstory so you understand the gravity of the situation. I think this was 2 years ago or 3 years ago. I can't remember genuinely, but I was desperate to get an apartment. I was not being chased from home. I just wanted to get my own space because I work remotely and I really just like, peace, quiet, and all of that. So I really wanted to get my own space. I was house hunting. I went on Google like every normal person would. I was searching. And then I think it was on Nigerian properties, something. I saw this apartment. I reached out to the agent. The agent was being some type of way. That should have been my first sign, but no. I went to see the apartment. Second sign, it was being renovated. They told me that it was going to be done, I think, the following week, and I believed. Also naive. I believed. That was my second mistake. I believed them. I paid. I think I paid in February, if I'm not mistaken. March, the building was not done yet. April, it wasn't. May. And at this point, I had given my carpenter contract to make my furniture. So he was already done with it. He was calling me, you need to come and pick up. I didn't have an apartment. Where do you want me to put them? Anyway, eventually, after, I think this was now May or June, I had to tell my boss at work because it was messing with my head badly. I had the furniture guy calling me. And when you already pay your rent, you expect that you're moving in and you're, settling in to continue your life. So it was really messing with me badly. Then my boss contacted his lawyer and his lawyer reached out to the landlord. And that was when we found out that the landlord was a very corny person. He was not truthful at all. The building was nowhere near finished. In fact, how I saw it was how it was still there. Eventually, they managed to finish my own apartment because I kept threatening them. I want my money back. I want this. I'm taking it. Nothing got to him because he was apparently used to this kind of situation. Anyway, I did not know at that point. I eventually moved in. Before I moved in, I thoroughly cleaned the apartment. It was empty, so I washed it. I got someone to wash it, clean it, and then I moved in. I didn't know that was the beginning of my nemesis. The first thing I saw in the apartment was like is it centipede or millipede? I don't know what it is, but it was in the night and there was no light. Nigerian problem. There was no light that night. So I was going to the bathroom and then I saw something on my rug, on my carpet. I screamed. Because where did it even come from? It was just by the door, the bathroom door. Where did it come from? I screamed and then I called my neighbor, my upstairs neighbor. He came, helped me, take it out. That was the beginning of my problem. Oh my God, I'm having goosebumps. After that happened, I think a couple of days later, I saw the first dead scorpion. It was dead. I didn't think anything of it. It was a baby. In fact, when I saw it, I was just like, oh, what's this on the floor? And then I went closer. I took my phone torchlight. I had to really look at it before I could see that it was a dead scorpion. So I was not alarmed for some reason. I don't know. I was not alarmed. I just cleaned it. And then after like 2 days, I saw not one. I saw maybe like 3 at the same spot. I said, oh, okay. We're beginning to have a problem because what do you mean I'm seeing more? And they're coming out dead. When I see them, they're already dead. So I just fumigated. I used insecticide because I just felt like it was a small problem. I used insecticide. I just sprayed, and I went about my business. I kept seeing more. I kept seeing more scorpions, more in the bathroom. They were mostly in the bathroom, but I also saw them in the kitchen. I saw them in the store. I saw them in my room because it was a studio, right? I saw them in my room as well. They were always dead. What was the problem? Where were they coming from? I genuinely did not know because I couldn't find any hole, any gap in the build. I couldn't find anything. I started to call people to come and check it for me. I'd call all this boys that live in the area. I'll just go speak outside to them and ask them to come and help me. I did not know what to do. I was living alone. I really did not know what to do. And then I would buy sniper, fumigate every day. I was seeing them every blessed day. But where we started to have a problem was when I started to see them alive. I started to see them crawling in my apartment. I'm having goosebumps remembering all of these things. One day I think I was watching TV and then I saw one crawling on my wall. So apparently what they said to do was they would come out, hide somewhere, then grow. Because they were coming out as babies. That's to say that the hole they were coming out from was a very tiny, small hole that I genuinely could not find. But they were crawling out. Sometimes they come out dead, sometimes they come out alive, then hide somewhere and start to grow. So the ones I was seeing crawling, they were not babies anymore. It was becoming alarming. I was becoming very, very worried. I was telling everyone that cared to hear my story. Like I have scorpions in my house. I don't know what to do. I did not know what to do. I was always using sniper in the batch. Anytime I'm going out, I am spraying something. I'm using sniper. I'll go to my sister's house for a couple of days, just use sniper. And when I come back, I'll see plenty of scorpions. So when I tell you I saw over 100, I'm not joking. Anyway, it kept on happening, and then another thing was also happening on the side. I started to see earthworms in the bathroom. And the scorpion was the height of it, but I am scared of reptiles. I genuinely cannot even watch a reptile crawl on the floor. I am that scared of them. So when I started to see worms in the bathroom, I knew that my days in the house were numbered because, oh my God, my body is itchy. I started saying I'm like, I'm sorry. I just, shit. I just, randomly, when I entered the bathroom, oh my God. I don't like that I'm thinking I'm remembering this thing. But yes, I'll just say that, I'll just see one in the bathroom, on the floor, always on the floor, of course. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't like reptiles. I don't. Anyway, so eventually, I mean, anytime I see them, I'll just put salt on them, and God, the house was a nightmare. But then I spoke with my neighbor that I shared the same wall with, and she said, oh, she was also experiencing the earthworms in her bathroom because our bathrooms were kind of joined, just a wall separated us. And she said she was also experiencing that in her bathroom as well. And, we're trying to find a solution. Nobody in the apartment was experiencing the scorpion thing. It was just me, unfortunately. The landlord, I'm sure you're thinking, why did I not report to the landlord? It turned out the landlord was not actually the owner of the building. He rented it and sublet to us. The owner of the building did not even know that he was doing that. Because when he rented it, he told him that he just wanted to put his staff. It was a lie. He just wanted to put his staff in the building, bro. So the main owner collected the building from him. Of course, he didn't care that we're having issues because no one paid rent to him, and he didn't collect money from the previous guy. So he really did not care that something was going on. Eventually, he sent someone to come and check the bathroom because I was complaining bitterly. Sent someone to come and check the bathroom, and guess what? My toilet was built on the chamber, and the chamber had collapsed underneath the toilet. That's where the earthworms were coming from. My toilet would have sunk inside if I was not careful. No, it wasn't a being careful thing. It was just like a timing thing. It was getting there, but it didn't. Alhamdulillah, it was getting there. It would have sunk inside. It would have been fatal. Because imagine, oh shit. Anyway, I fixed the toilet and I asked them if they sealed, any holes in the bathroom, and because they changed the entire tiles in the bathroom and all of that. And they're like, oh, you're good. But I was not good. I kept seeing scorpions. Wallah, I don't know where they were coming from. I genuinely do not know where they were coming from. I kept seeing them again and again and again. The straw that broke the camel's back was the day that I was just on the phone, because when I'm on the phone, I like to just pace around the apartments and just walk and walk and walk. I was on the phone and I just turned to just face my bed. I saw a scorpion crawling on my bed. My bed. That was when I knew that, nah, alas, I'm done with this apartment. It doesn't matter if my rent is going to waste, I am done. Because what do you mean? That was when I packed my things. I just ran back to my sister's house. I think my rent still had a couple of months before it expired, but I didn't care. Anyway, I left and apparently the house got, fixed. That was not my problem. At that point, I had already moved on. I was never going back there. I moved on my life, chapter closed, yes. But when I made that TikTok about it, the person living currently in the apartment commented, I don't know how she found it. It was nice that she found it, but she commented and said, oh, it's all good now, but I still see dead baby scorpions. So no, it's not all good, my darling. It's not. Because that's what I thought too. And then guess what she said again? I can't put it in her exact words. Okay, let me read it for you. Let me read it. Hold on. Okay, she said, the small ones are just like once in a very long time, and I see them dead. Now the problem is snake. Not just any snake. Forest cobra. Girl, what do you mean? Are you still living there? You're still living in the house? Yeah, this apartment is from hell. Because you may be wondering where this apartment is. It's not in the bush. It's in Gwarimpa. It's not that the apartment is in maybe, I don't know, somewhere that people are not living. No. Anyway, that's how I lived in that apartment, and I don't know how or why I did not leave as soon as I started to see them frequently. But I am very thankful that they did not come anywhere near me at all, because I thought I was going to die in our apartment. But yes, that was how I lived in horror, in fear. God.